Ladies and germs, boys and girls, season 20 tier list. And now I'm just going to preface this. This is a 6v6 tier list. I've played 0 games of 5v5. So this is the 6v6 Overwatch season 20 tier list. Dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, some of these 6v6 queues make me want to, like, rip my hair out. But I got to admit, guys, like, being able to play 6v6 with, like, perks and bans has actually been, like, some of the most fun I've ever had playing Overwatch. And I honestly, like, like, from a year ago today to now, I just, you know, it really does feel like they've kind of found their footing again. It's good to see, man. It's nice to be able to talk about this game and not be like, dude, it's trash. Like, you know, now we can say that Rivals is trash because it's freaking ult cycle hasn't got changed. And people are coping and rage baiting on Twitter, but I'm here to make a tier list, so we're going to make a tier list today, okay? Here we go. All right, guys. Tracer. I actually think Tracer's fallen off a little bit in 6v6. I think she's an A-tier character, but I actually don't think she's S-tier right now. I think there's a lot of other stuff in the game that are like a lot better. But Tracer is still a strong character. She's always going to be a strong character. But I think there's a couple characters that are a little bit better right now. We'll get to them. They're pretty funny. They're pretty funny to say the least. So I think Tracer at A-tier is fair, though we shall see. Not many Tracer players. Excuse me, in 6v6. I had a Fresca, so you're going to have to bear with it. If you guys have not had Fresca, I'm telling you, it's damn good. Reaper. I think Reaper's also an A-tier pick in 6v6. Tanks are killable. Dire Triggers is insanely good. Unfortunately, I really hate that they moved the TP perk to Major perk as well, because Dire Triggers is still just so much better than it, and it's not even close. But yeah, man, perks have really opened up Reaper quite a bit. Is this silhouette different? Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Either way. Okay. Widowmaker. Realistically, guys, I think Widow's probably like a B tier character. I still ban her 20. Like, depending on the map. Some of the maps, she's like OP as crap. But you have an off tank to mitigate the Widow. I still think the hero's broken. The least amount of fun ever to play against. I don't think that she as a sniper should exist in the way she does. No fall off, no scope sway, hyper mobility, SMG options. No, like, no sniper. Give her a glint. Give her something, right? Like, just like, you know, every sniper has a glint. I'm not going to waste my time talking about this freaking loser-ass character for bums. You play Widow, you're a bum. I will say this about Widow players, guys. You know what? Never mind. We're positive in this video. PMA. Pharah. I think Pharah is like B+, A-, B+. I don't think Pharah is exceptional. I think you can play Pharah in a lot of situations, but I just don't think she's exceptional. That's about it. I mean, you ban and Diva maybe, but there's a lot of poke characters that are really good that kind of force her out right now. So I think Pharah's all right. I think Pharah is solid. I don't think she's exceptional, though. Okay. My guy, Ryan, dude. Ryan. I think Ryan's actually solid. Well, I'm not sure how much Ryan I see. Like, I see a decent amount of Ryan. I think he's A-. Like, I don't think he's great. Because, like, he's good with, well, we'll get to Bastion, right? He's good with some, like, Ryan Bastion comps. He can be good to enable and walk with his Bastion. But I think Ryan is, like, good on a lot of the maps that get voted a lot, particularly. Because in my games, at least, people tend to vote for a lot of Koth and a lot of, like, close quarters maps and not some of the pokier maps. So for the amount of time I'm seeing those types of maps, I think Ryan's actually a solid pick on some of them. And he can enable some Bastion comps. So I'm honestly not quite sure where to put Reinhardt, but I think he's definitely pickable if you're good at playing corners and you know where to go. With a lot of Lucio too, and Lucio Juno. Okay. All right, Mercy. I think she's bad. I think she's good if you have a pocket, right? I think in general, it's just an uphill battle to play Mercy right now because of what's good. I don't want to say that she's like a horrible character. I just don't think she's exceptional. I really don't. I think, look, you can play her. You can absolutely play her. You can pocket pick and she's good. But it really depends on the, like, Mercy goes up to the level of whatever DPS she's pocketing and what tier they are, right? But it depends on that. So, like, she's got a wide range in my opinion. But I'm going to put her in C on her own individually. Torbjorn, dude. I think Torb is, like, solid. I think you can play him in a lot of situations. I think his perks are good. I give him a B+. You can pay. Listen, if you're a Torb player, you can absolutely play Torb in almost any situation. He's an all-around, like, a jack-of-all-trades kind of champion hero. So, yeah, I mean, not much to say on Torbjorn. If you're a Torb player, you can enjoy playing him this season for sure. Hanzo. I think Hanzo, I'm going to give Hanzo an A-. His perk where he can hack health packs really pulled him up, and the buffs they gave to Dragon Strike to actually, dude, I've been asking for these changes for 5 years and they finally did it. Oh my God. All it took was people leaving the game and all of a sudden these dudes are coming out here with really good updates. I mean, I can't believe that's something that should have been in the game years ago. Glad they brought it back. Hanzo is actually eating pretty good right now. I'm going to give Hanzo an A-. I don't think he's a top tier DPS, but I do think he's a solid pick. Season 9, I'm still not a fan of, though, personally. Winton, dude. I'm going to give Winton an A tier. I think he's solid, okay? I don't think he's not the best tank in the game, but he definitely is a solid pick right now. You can play him in a lot of situations, the Gibraltar's, maps like that. He's always just going to be a pretty solid pick. And he's actually killable in 6v6. It's so nice. Like, there's a lot of, like, the thresholds are close enough to where you can actually consistently kill him if he's misplaying. It's unbelievable, okay? Zenyatta, man. Hot take. I think Zen is a solid A-. I think he's the most underrated support in the game in 6v6. This cat, he does so much damage. He can be hard to force at times, but particularly in 6v6 ranked. I'm not sure about a team setting where people just frankly, like, I'll be blunt about the 6v6 player base, guys. A lot of these people don't know how to dive. And so if they don't know how to dive, because it's hard, like it takes practice, Zen just gets so much value just chunking damage and discords into the squishier tanks. He's so good secretly. And he's got double harmony orbs now too, so he can cover more range with his healing. So yeah, I think Zen is actually secretly really, really good. Bastion, man. Bastion, I don't know why they buffed this guy. And I hate to say it, guys. I think that the Bastion buffs really prove that it actually kind of is impossible to balance for both 5v5 and 6v6 at the same time, because the game is fundamentally very different. Obviously, it's worse than 5v5, but like they buff him his damage in 5v5 so he can duel with individual squishies better, right? With that insane fire rate. He's insanely good there. But he was already S tier in 6v6 the season before, because the two tanks are killable. You can actually sentry form, and unlike Overwatch 1 in 6v6, they reworked Bastion to fit into 5v5 to let him move with his chain gun. So that is insanely strong when you're dealing with two tanks that are actually squishier, right? So Bastion was S tier. They buffed him. Now he's double S tier. He is insanely good. I actually think he should be a permaban this season. Bastion is my most banned character this season. He is so good, and you have a variety of perk options that you can pick. Every one of his perks is really good. Both of his major perks are viable and good. It really depends on what you want, right? So I think Bastion is one of the best DPS in the game. The most unnecessary buff I've seen in a minute. He's insanely good. I'm going to put Sim in A+, dude. Sim's perks are really good. In 5v5, she's insane. But in 6v6, she's a little bit harder to force. But like on the right maps, her ult has always been super good. She is kind of like a gimmicky, corny character. But I also was watching Modern Family for the first time, and Symmetra's voice actor was in the show. Did you guys know that? I heard it, and I was like, that's Sim, dude. That's Sim. It was really funny. I need to watch the rest of that episode. That show is hilarious. I'd never seen the show, and it's really, really good. If you've not seen Modern Family, you should give it a watch. It's hilarious. So, and let me know who your all's favorite Modern Family character is for those of you who have watched the show. One of my friends reminds me of Claire so much. It's crazy. Anyway, Sim, I think a solid A tier. I got off topic. My bad. I do that. Okay. Anyway, Sim, solid pick. Great ult. Insane build rate. Crazy good, right? Good perks too. Zarya. I think Zarya is like at least A tier, man. I know Bastion's really good, so I can check her, but Bastion gets banned a lot, which means she can get played, because Bastion, when he wasn't getting banned a lot, is actually like not a Zarya hard counter, like a soft counter. Like if they aren't good with their cooldowns, you can just rip her in half. But Bastion's getting banned a lot, which means that Zarya has a lot of time to step up. Like a lot of her counters, like she benefits a lot from this ban meta, in my opinion. And she's just really good. Grab is really good. Her damage is really good. She's just really good. She's just like she's a hard like whenever I want to hard carry a game, I always pick Zarya frontline to do an ungodly amount of damage. She's a very, very solid character. Cassidy, man, I think Cass is like B+, maybe B. He's got some range with his new gun or whatever, but I don't know. He's still very squishy and diveable. I don't think he's exceptional, but I think he's all right. Like, you see Cass get played a decent amount. He can be difficult to play, but especially against a lot of flankers, he can be a decent check if you know how to play him well, but that can be pretty tough. Soldier 76, dude. Hot take. Dude, I think Soldier is one of the best DPS in the game in 6v6. I think he's so good in 6v6. His stim pack perk is nuts. You can constantly flank and take angles. Dude, I see Soldier all the time in top 500. All the time. He's picked in, I would say, over half the lobbies have Soldier in them. He's just really good. Okay, I don't know if he's like best DPS in the game. Like, look, he's not Freya in a scrim lobby, but this is a ranked tier list. This is a tier list for ranked, okay? In ranked, where people don't know how to check angles, they don't know how to deal with flankers because most of the 6v6 player base is either washed or boosted. Respectfully, it's true. Like, a lot of these players, like, they're not gate kept as much as they should be, so they climb higher without learning the lessons, right? Soldier can just exploit players who don't know what they're doing. And you can make a lot of solo plays from range with good damage if you have good aim. So I actually think he's pretty dang good in 6v6 ranked. The same goes for Lucio, man. I think Lucio is S tier in 6v6 ranked. He's so good. I mean, again, he's got the wall ride, the beat, the damage, the perks. Another person to AoE heal. He's really good. He's very good at wraps and rotations, which are essential to do with off tanks. Man, Lucio is fire. Lucio is really, really good. Great character, man. Great character. Roadhog. I think Hog is at least A tier. Hot take. Dude, Hog is nasty. Like, he is nasty. He's so good, dude. So good. I think he's like Zen. He's like sleeper good, you know? Like, you put a Zen main on Zen, and he'll do so much. Same goes for Hog players. Like, Hog, if you're a good Hog, you can carry all the way to top 10. Like, he's insanely good. So, yeah, I feel like I don't need to explain that. Hog is Hog, can run around and one-shot people as a tank. Pretty crazy mechanic, if you ask me. Jay Silly. Now, hot take, dude. Dude, Junk's new perks are actually really good. Like, Junk actually got some big buffs. His tire perk is good. His projectile speed is crazy. Like, the assassinations are nuts. Like, his damage is nuts. The character is nuts. I think he's just really underrated and good. I'm a big JSO fan this season, dude. I think he's insane in 6v6. I think he's so, so good. He's got 2 tanks he can kill now, too. So, nasty. Diva. Diva insta S tier because, like, look at how many of these characters that are strong that I think Diva just heavily mitigates or counters. I think if you're a tank player, having a Diva in your pocket is, like, mandatory to be a good tank player, especially in 6v6. It's just, like, she's just a must-learn character. So, yeah, I not much to say there. I think she does everything. The defense matrix is crazy. You can go damage. You can go damage mitigation with her 2 major perks to make her more lethal or let her mitigate more damage if you know where you're going. So, yeah, I'm going to put Diva in S tier. Mei, I think, is mid, man. She's still a big loser from the breakpoint changes in season 9. Her perks are all right, but man, I'll be honest, guys. Like, she just does not feel that sad. Like, look, she's good in 6v6. Like, I really wish I could rank her higher, but like, I just don't find her breakpoints to be very compelling. I don't think her breakpoints are very compelling. I think Reaper's like a similar role, but better in my opinion. So I'm gonna put Mei in B tier. I don't think she's exceptional at all. Genji, dude. I think Genji is really good still. I still think Genji's really good. He's great at following up dives. Bubble Blade is great. Nano Blade is great. He's great. I think Genji is just great. He got some very good perks too. Very good perks. Even his minor perk is really good at bailing him out if you miss your dash, reducing it by 3 seconds with a melee. I think it's really, really good. So yeah, I'm gonna put Genji in S tier, but he's low S. He's not like top. In my opinion. Maybe if he's not S, he's A. Ana. Dude, I want to put Ana in S tier so bad. I don't think she is, though. She's at least an A. The headshot perk is really good. She's my favorite support to play this season. I can't quite put her in S tier because, like, it's hard. She's so difficult to be everywhere at once on. Because of how difficult she is compared to other supports, I'll put her in, like, A+. I think Ana's A+. I don't think she's quite S tier, but she's pretty dang close. Big Ana fan this season. I like the character a lot. Sombra. Dude, I think Sombra is so mid. Sombra is so mid, man. Like, she just does not have the lethality to be a threat in this game. Like, her hack, like, listen, they have her built like a utility-based champion, except her utilities, but they nerfed her utility. Like, her utility isn't good anymore. Like, I think they need to make Virus a much stronger ability. Like, take hack off of the right click and let it do more damage, but, like, it's bound to the Virus. And maybe do something else with her right click. She's just missing an ability, man. And her perks aren't great. Like, Vital Replication's all right, but Kiri hard counters it. Kiri basically 2-taps her. Every engage you're forced to go on, you have to 1v3 somebody. And it's just like playing Sombra is a permanent uphill battle for anybody that actually has a mouse and keyboard attached to their computer. I think she's the most overhated character in the game. She's super easy to counter, and if you're being beat by a Sombra, you're probably getting gapped or your team is bad, like really bad, because she's really easy to check now. I can't rank her any higher than B tier. I just think she's in overwhelmingly mid, and she doesn't even check some of the tanks anymore. So, yeah, I think Sombra is B tier. Horse! I think Orisa is insanely good in 6v6. Orisa is insane. The shield perk's insane. Her jab spin's insane. Her Terra Surge is insane. Her rings damage is insane. I think she's one of the best tanks to play in 6v6 straight up. She's crazy, and her perks are good too. So, yeah, I feel like I don't even need to explain this one. Orisa is really, really good in 6v6. I think she's nasty. Doomfist. I'm putting Doom in A tier, okay? I think Doom is a lot like Hog and Zen in that if you're a specialist at the character, you can dominate a game. But I think because he's so hard to play, it's less likely. It's harder for you to get value on Doom than it is like Diva or Orisa or another tank we're going to get to momentarily, which I'm sure you guys all know where that's going. He's just hard to play and easier to counter, but I still think he's good. So because he's good, I'm going to put him in A tier, and we're going to keep him there for now. All right, moving past Doom, we've got Moira. I think Moira's, A-, right? There's better picks, but she can get a lot of value. Like, there's better picks, but she can get value. A lot of healing numbers. Coalescence is good. Like, I think her ceiling is lower than most characters, but a lot of these lobbies, people aren't getting to the ceiling anyway. So I'll give Moira an A- in 6v6, B+ A- though. At best, low A. At best, a low A. Shout out IRP, though, because IRP carried one of my games the other day. Brig. I think Brig is also A tier, man. Like, look, Brig is great against ball comps, but against, like, some of those pokier Bastion's flank soldier comps, which are really powerful right now, she's not as good. So because the one type of comp that she's not good into is a little bit better this season, and the comp she's amazingly god tier into are a little bit worse, she's going to get an A, but if those divey ball-style comps went up, she would skyrocket too because she's so good into those comps. So I'm going to give Brig an A- this season. Definitely pickable, but there's a lot of pokey heroes that are strong that can make you swap off pretty easily, so be careful of that. Ball. Dude, this tank is so overkitted with his rework in 6v6, man. This is my big concern. Like, listen, I'm grateful that 6v6 is back, but, I mean, dude, some of these tanks got reworked to work, to quote-unquote work in 5v5. Crazy how that didn't work out. And they just are busted in 6v6 because of it, and it's like, man, like, why did we do this? You know, like, but hey, listen, Ball is insane. He's so good. His perk is unbelievable. His absorption perk. He does so much. It's hard to kill him. His checks are out of the game or bad. Yeah, man. Ball, I feel like I don't even need to explain that. It's just an S tier champion. Still, Bash and Ball are like my two like must bans currently. Ashe got some buffs. I think Ashe is solid. I'll give Ashe an A-, okay? I think Bob is a much better ult than things like High Noon, right? I think Bob's really good. She's got a nice old 2-tap against a lot of characters in the game, which is nice. I think she's solid. I think she's a solid right smack in the middle, 94 of 100 A. I think she's an A. Pretty good character. Bob is great. Her ult really is what cements her at that A tier, in my opinion. Baptiste. Dude. I think Bap is so good. I think his perks are insane. He's got options against dive now with his leap if you need to do that. He does great damage. His drone is great. Just got buffed. Like with Bastion comps, he's crazy. I think Bap is a really good character. You can put out numbers on Bap that most healers can't keep up with in the game. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to give him a solid S, dude. I think he's not S+, but like he's a solid S-. Very, very solid hero. But you want to talk about a solid S to S+. Let's talk about the man whose name starts with an S, Sigma, dude. Oh my, the buffing Sigma is crazy, but he's so strong in 6v6. He's so good, dude. I remember why he was just like double shield was perma meta. This dude is a monster. He's just a monster. He does so much. His perks are insane. He has some answers to rush with his major perk to knock people away with the gravity, which honestly was a good idea. Dude, I won't lie. Whoever was coming up with perks for Overwatch, like, they were cooking with some of these. Like, some of them are broken as hell, but, like, some of them are cool, too. So, like, Sig is insane. His ult's crazy. His damage mit's crazy. His damage output's crazy. This guy does so much. Just easily S+ tier character this season, especially with his direct damage nerf he got. Okay. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man, but Echo, I think, is like B+, man. You know, they need to do some quality of life for Echo. The easiest thing they could do, and I'm shocked they haven't done this yet, but she has such a low pick rate, the devs would never know. Like, her only really good minor perk is the starting your duplicate with 50% ult charge, right? Which is not even that good. But the build rate of that is slower than the build rate of your ult. So really, you don't get a minor perk until like 3 to 4 minutes in the game because it's not doing anything for you in the neutral fights. So Echo is super squishy. Her time to kill post season 9 is worse than it's ever been before. She's viable, but what they gave her to compensate was survivability. They gave her movement while she's flying and shields, which like are nice, but like what makes her viable is her ability to assassinate, her damage. I want damage on my character. I want my old damage values back. So I'm sitting at 225 HP. Everybody else is way tankier, and you've given the highest, one of the more demanding characters in the entire game a worse time to kill post season 9, and she never got compensated for it. All they did was give her beam and projectiles more width. But if you were going for vertical close-up assassinations, which is how you get a ton of value on the flank, I say this as the highest ranked Echo player, Echo main in non-Echo metas. Again, like I'm not the best player or anything like that. In Overwatch too. You know, I was the only guy on NA really consistently playing Echo well in the top 100, right? That is what made her good. And that's been worse ever since season 9. And they haven't quite given her the buffs that she needs to compensate. So like, we don't want beam width. We want the beam damage. It would be really nice if they could find a way to get her time to kill. If she's going to be squishier, because she was at 200 before, now she's at 225, and everyone else went up to 250 or 300, right? If she's going to be objectively squishier compared to the rest of the cast, it'd be nice to see her get that little bit of damage back. Because, guys, that little bit of damage makes or breaks these assassinations on the character, and it'd be nice to see that come back to Echo. So, just my 2 cents right there. I think she's a B+. She's not bad, but she's definitely not, like, good or great either, in my opinion, compared to, like, some of the other options in the game. So I'll give her a B+, maybe a low A because no, I don't know, man. I don't know. Soj. Dude, I think Soj is nasty. She's so good, man. Low S, not S+, low S. A lot of damage, good perks, nasty character. She's just really good. I am going to give Echo a B because I'm thinking about the times where I've had these TTKs and it's just so hard to get value compared to some of the other characters in the game. But yeah, I'm going to give Soj an S+, S-. What am I talking about? I do think she's very, very good, though. Okay. Queen. I think Queen is an A tier. A-, right? Orisa kind of she can get gatekept by a lot of things, but like she can get a lot of value too, especially if you're smart with your target bans as a Queen player. She can take a lot of damage. She can heal a lot. Her ult is really good in the Juno comps, which you do see a lot of nowadays with the Juno buffs. And Ana comps as well. If they have a Queen, you absolutely must go Kiriko. But people don't like to do that for some reason, which is kind of insane. So, speaking of Kiriko, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody. Like, her utility is so strong, she's always just going to be S tier, even if the player base is bad at playing the character. I know they nerfed her hitbox size, but she's still insanely good. So, shout out to the Kiriko mains. You guys pay for the servers to stay on, and I think you guys are overhated. Post-season 9, she got brought to a place where she probably should be brought in more. So, yeah, I think shout out to Kiriko mains. Thank you for buying all the skins to fund Overwatch's servers, I guess. K-pop! All right. Ramaktra. I think Ram's A to S tier, dude. Honestly, he's insanely good. He's great against Bastion. Dude, the only reason I can't put Ram in S tier is because he struggles a lot against Poke. And like, so he's a solid A. Like about it again, he's like Ash, solid A's in my opinion this season. A lot of situations where you can play this guy. There's just a couple maps that make his job really hard. Outside of that, amazing character. Love him, okay? Lifeweaver. I think Lifeweaver's B tier. I mean, he's all right? A lot of stuff can shred tree like Bastion, but his life grip's okay. Most of the time I see people playing Lifeweaver, it's not very consistent, honestly. So I feel like I don't need to go into explanation of this too much. He's okay. It depends on the situation, but there's definitely a lot better picks out there in the support role, in my opinion. He's Mercy tier, unfortunately. Alari, A-. Like, very mapped, B+. Very map dependent. On a good Alari map, A+ to S tier. On a bad Alari map, B- to C tier. It just depends on the map that you're on. If you can get away with poke, if your team ever has to dive in to win a fight, she's bad. If you need to focus on holding, she's great. It really depends on if you're anchoring something or if you're walking. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, but because of that, I've got to put her in B tier. Mauga, I think, is like A-. He can be great. He can also feed his brains out. So, like, he's not exceptional, but I don't think he's unpickable either, especially if you're good with your bans. You can get a lot of value on him. I've seen some Maugas get some pretty big values from cage fights. So, Mauga, in my opinion, I think is like an A-, B+. Definitely not one of the best tanks in the game, but, like, definitely pickable if you're good at Mauga. Just really depends on you and the map that you're on. Venture, despite some nerfs, I think Venture is like A- in 6v6. A very niche specialist character. No, B. Too inconsistent. The Ventures I see are either taking over the game or like literally negative or 1-for-1. So because of that and the Venture nerfs, with things like Bastion being good, like and pokey stuff being good, I'm gonna give Venture like a B. I think a B is generous and fair for how consistent, because consistency is key, guys. If you're not a consistent character, you're not gonna get picked. So I've got to drop Venture down to that B tier. Juno, I'm honestly not sure where to put Juno, man. Like, no lower than A tier, but could be S tier. Welcome to Orbit. I don't know. I'll go S tier for Juno. That one's for the girlies. You're welcome. Oh my god. I'm choking. Hold on. That one's for the girlies. Enjoy your skins. Speed ring, really strong. Ultimate, very strong. Headshotting now is nice. I never really learned Juno, so, you know, shout out to the Martians, I guess. Martian Manhunter, if you know DC Comics and you know Ball, that's amazing. Hazard, dude. This guy is so broken. I hate this guy. I'm going to be honest. I hate him. I think he's so overkitted. Textbook definition, 5v5 tank, can jump in and like instantly. So Echo can't burst one-shot somebody consistently, but Hazard can jump in with all that HP and mitigation, like one-shot somebody is like a Reaper. I don't know, man. I think he's overkitted. Insane damage. They buffed him for some reason. His wall is insanely busted. He's like one of the strongest tanks they've ever put in the game besides Sigma and Ball. I don't like this guy because he's so oppressive. It's almost impossible to kill. Yeah, I think he's absolutely absurdly good. Hazard is S tier for sure. Dude, playing against this guy in 5v5 might be one of the most miserable gaming experiences I've ever had. It's not even a video game at that point. It's just Dead by Daylight. It's so boring. Freya. I still think Freya's A tier, man. A to S tier. Cool character. Very Nordic, you know, obviously, you know. Shout out my people. Lebanon and Norway, man. You know, I'm a weird little mix with a little bit of Kentucky in them. Let's go, baby. Who's your daddy, Indiana? Who's your daddy? We beat Indiana this weekend, so, you know, let me have this, okay? We've been really bad this year. What was I saying? Freya. Yeah, she's good. She's good. She does a lot of good range damage. Big, less bursty, but still good damage. Still a really strong champion hero. So, yeah, Freya, I think, is A tier. I don't think anybody's going to doubt that. I think the same goes for Wu Yang. I don't think he's as oppressive as before. But I think he's good. I think he's got really good mobility options. You can run away on this character. You can get away with a lot on this character. He lets you get away with a lot. So yeah, I'm a big Wu Yang fan. So I think Wu Yang is A tier for sure. And then what you've all been waiting for, Vendetta post buffs. Now listen, I'm still really mad at the devs for having screen lock on a melee character. It's insane. Okay. But they did make her a little bit less clunky. I love her ult. I'm going to give her an A-. Like, I've seen a lot of Vendettas get value. I think you can absolutely play this character in a lot of different situations, especially if you have a team enabling you. I think she's even better in 6v6 where you actually have a chance of killing the tank. So I think Vendetta is going to be an A tier. Unranked GM on Vendetta soon. Dude, listen. Hey, listen. I'm hosting a Vendetta lookalike competition. Winner gets to marry me, I think. Is that the line? Is that how it goes? I don't even know. Really cool character. Great model. Great voice acting. Really angry. I like that. It suits me. You know? All right, boys. Listen. Hey, that's my season 20 tier list. 21, 20? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, this is a 5v5, 6v6 ranked tier list. This is not a 5v5 tier list. Don't ask me to play 5v5. I'm not going to play it. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Much love. Peace out.